Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Geek Culture Congress. I'm one of your hosts, always Louis Speedy Jr. Gonzalez, where we talk everything nerd and geek and love every moment of it. Welcome to my good friend, Mr. Tarek Lewis. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good, man.
Yeah,
I see you got the high definition camera going. Good for you. You got
I know.
the
I
got
just,
the f-stop going on, the focal point.
I
Got the
got
ISO up.
I pulled it out of the bag and I was like, okay, I'm going to use this one.
Yeah.
That's what happened. How you doing, brother? Other than that,
Not bad, man. How you?
I'm good. I'm okay.
I'm a little traumatized by the this episode of The Boys, but I guess we'll get
Okay.
into that.
All right. Yeah, we're going to get into that. I haven't watched it yet. Should
You
I?
ever watched this episode of The Boys?
I have not. I've been busy with like life stuff.
Do you have an hour here or there?
I have an hour. I probably can. I'm gonna watch it tonight. More than likely.
What were you doing? Taking care of your family? You out of your mind?
Priorities, man. Priorities. So let's talk about the finale of Obi Wan Kenobi. How you
Obi-Wan?
feel? How you feel? Did it land? Did it land? Stick landing for you?
Man,
as far
I
as the
loved
show?
it.
Yeah. Okay.
I loved it, man. The people who were like,
Mhm.
the show didn't give me what I wanted, and
Yeah.
it ruined continuity, all this other stuff. They wowing me. I loved it. I loved it.
too. I loved it too. I liked. I enjoyed it. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, all right, I accept this.
So, as a Star Wars nerd,
Uh-huh.
I know his fighting styles, even to a certain extent. I know Obi-Wan uses Suresu, which is Form 3
Mm-hmm.
of lightsaber fighting, and I know that I think Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker, uses Form 6.
Yeah.
Which is a more aggressive form of Suresu.
Right.
And it was good to see him. I also know that Obi-Wan used Ataru, which is what Form 4, which is what Yoda uses, and Qui-Gon used, and what he used originally in the Phantom Menace. And I think what we saw when he comes back from being underground was using the more aggressive form.
Right.
And man, he wore Darth Vader's ass out, and it was so beautiful to see.
Yeah, it was
just like he got like his legs underneath him. It was like when Jordan came back with the 4.5 and decided to go with the 2.3. It was. I thought it was a magnificent episode. The show overall, I still thought was good. I liked it more than Boba Fett. I'm not prepared to say I like it more than Mandalorian.
Okay.
Quite yet. But Obi-Wan's my favorite character, so I'm very biased. So I enjoyed watching it more than I enjoyed watching Mandalorian or Boba Fett. But I'm not saying it's better than Mandalorian. It was definitely better than Boba Fett.
All right, fair enough. I enjoyed it. I have questions about the Reva arc. I don't know why it was necessary, other than they want to introduce a new character. But I enjoyed it. I guess it didn't really break anything for me as far as canon is concerned.
Right.
I accept, the results of the show. There you go. And I enjoyed the finale and the some of those quotes are gonna be they're gonna be talking about those quotes forever. I'm not your failure, Obi-Wan.
You don't have to do it in that voice.
Yeah, I know.
You just quote it, Speedy. It was weird.
Yeah.
Wasn't it great?
I just wanted to do it like that. That was great though. But it was more like it was like that.
It was like a Palpatine mix.
That messed up because he got he lost. Well, I think what was interesting is Ahsoka also breaks Darth Vader's helmet in a fight, and she breaks the left side, whereas Obi-Wan broke the right side this time.
Okay.
So it was a little. I thought it was very interesting. That little tidbit.
Yeah, I thought it was cool to see a little bit of his face.
Yeah.
And like when he showed his eyes, you can really see the desperation.
Yeah.
And like the idea that we get in Return of the Jedi, that like when Luke is like, you're still torn, like there's still a piece of you.
Right.
This show helped us to see that. And I've seen some great breakdowns where they're like, Obi-Wan is his weakness because Obi-Wan is his connection to Anakin Skywalker. Like you can't be Darth Vader until Obi-Wan is gone.
Right.
Or like, Padme's gone and, he doesn't know he has kids, but he has to completely sever that.
Yeah.
In order to become Darth Vader. And he just can't fully do it,
True.
And it's kind of why he loses to him, because he's like, still like he's not fully in the dark side yet.
Yeah. No, I get it. Michaela, how did you like the show? Well, did you like the Reva arc? What do you feel about the Reva before I move on?
I didn't like the Reva arc, but
Reva arc?
now at the end, I take what I said back on all the other episodes because I feel like it wound it out being okay and decent. I saw her
full circle
purpose.
for you.
Her purpose there. I mean, they needed a character or something to bring in Obi-Wan, and to be honest, it's like seeing, when outsiders see shows, they always are quick to judge. I'm one of those people. I'm quick to judge. But then it's like, if you are a real writer, I'm sure Tara could agree to this. It's like, it's hard to write. You try doing it. It's like, what the heck, man? And there's so much that goes into a show that at the finale, when she goes to like kill Luke, at first I was like, why is she going to kill Luke? And it's just, it's human nature to feel, try to do revenge, to kill a kid, no. But to feel revenge, like seek revenge, yeah. But I don't know. I thought it ended very nicely. Do I want a season 2? No.
No,
I'm like, please do not get a season 2, please.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
I will watch it.
Well,
but I don't think we need it.
I agree. No season 2. We don't
what
need
did you
it.
think
Don't
about?
do it. It just it drowns it out. Unless they do an arc with no Darth Vader, but bring in Darth Maul, I'm all for it, because it would make sense because it's post Han Solo, and we already see what happens at the end of Han Solo. So I would like to see Darth Maul and Obi-Wan see each other again. I know we already saw them again in the Clone Wars, but I want to see them again in live action.
What did you think about the whole Reva arc, Tarek?
I'm okay with it. I think it was just a necessary to have something else besides just, when you're like you said, Michaela, when you're writing these things, you got to have multiple plot lines. So that's why every movie has a love interest, even though it's not necessary to the arc. So I think the Reva arc, giving us, for people who didn't watch all the Clone Wars and Rebels, giving us Inquisitors, made us more interested about what are the Inquisitors? Who else is an Inquisitor? What are they going through? What are they feeling? I think that's the purpose of the Reva arc, and to distract us from the whole entire Obi-Wan Darth Vader thing. Because we saw Darth Vader and Obi-Wan fighting in the first episode, we'd have been mad. Like, okay, what is there to build up to? So on that end, a lot of stuff she did didn't make sense. Like her whole plot didn't make sense. And I don't know, like even saying that the Grand Inquisitor survived and we knew what you were doing the whole time. And I remembered you from being, that didn't necessarily make sense unless you delve more into like, did Darth Vader really wants to surpass the Emperor and find people to do that? Then it makes sense. But I think that was just more of a classic universe building thing. Like, okay, what are the Inquisitors about? So I wouldn't say I was crazy about that line, that storyline, but I think in the end, it paid off. In the end, it paid off. She saw herself.
Go ahead. Finish that thought, sorry.
In the end, she saw herself in Luke, like a little youngling, she couldn't do it.
Right. Are we gonna get more of this character in probably the Andor show, or what are we gonna get?
Ahsoka, maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, when Ahsoka Tano has her show, I think we might see her.
I don't know. I mean, there's a ton of things we could see Reva in, but I don't know if I foresee her in the Ahsoka show.
Yeah, I see her maybe in the prequel.
Maybe in the Cal Kestis show.
Oh, well, maybe, yeah. That's
Is there going to be a Cal Kestis show?
There might.
There was a rumor that Cal Kestis is getting his own show.
Yeah.
They're really going in. That must have been a hell of a video game.
I still got to play it. I still haven't had a chance to play it yet.
Mr. Joy franchise. Cameron that wants to do it.
Yeah.
So.
You think it's what?
I think he wants to do it. The actor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Overall, I would say out of 10, on a scale of 1 to 10, I give Obi-Wan an 8.
Yeah,
I agree. I'd probably give it a 7.5. I'm okay with it. I feel comfortable with that number. Mr. Joy franchise.
It's good.
Let us know how you feel about the Obi Wan Kenobi finale.
I liked it. I
Yeah.
think they really stuck the landing on it and really left room for, you know, more story down the road in the future if they decide to, follow through with season 2.
Okay.
So
Very cool. Very cool. Did you like the Reva arc? We finally seen the whole ending and
I
stuff.
enjoyed it. I thought the fighting was dope. I love the Qui-Gon Jinn payoff at the end with the Force Ghost.
Mm-hmm.
So it was solid. They literally, hit all cylinders.
Okay.
He is the Qui-Gon Jinn of our podcast. He's kind of like comes in and just like, I'll show you the way. He's like, I've always been here.
What about the Reva arc? You like her arc?
I thought it was cool.
Okay.
I thought I wasn't mad at it how they ended it. I wasn't a big fan of it,
Right.
but I think at the end it made sense.
Okay.
I think Star Wars kind of spoiled it that
Yeah.
that Qui-Gon was showing up because they announced that Liam Neeson was coming back to voice Qui-Gon Jinn. And I was like, really, guys? Really?
Yeah.
That means you signed a multi-contract.
Yeah, that was definitely happening. No matter what.
But just seeing Obi-Wan as a badass was great.
Yeah.
Just seeing why he is a revered Jedi Knight and why even after disappearing, that man stomped on his robe like, where the fuck is he? In A New Hope. It was.
I like the meme. I like the meme was like a Darth Vader was like, I have the high ground now, and then the other part of it was Obi-Wan was like, I have the ground.
Yeah, I've never. I was hoping that Darth Vader said some "I got the high ground" type shit, but he didn't do it.
Yeah.
I think it might have been corny.
I did like the I will do what I must part when they revisited that. And if you watch the way Obi-Wan fought, he fought like Anakin used to fight. Like a lot of behind the back stuff. Like it was a great tribute to like the emotion. He was like, okay, I gotta protect these kids no matter what. So I gotta get out of here. I'm Obi Wan Kenobi. I gotta get out of here. And that's what drove him to do what he did. And again, we've seen him do that before. It was great.
Yeah.
But no part 2, no season 2 of that. It's a one-off.
Part two is A New Hope. Go watch that.
Yeah. A Force Ghost of Obi-Wan and something else, I'll be cool. But I don't want to see another Obi-Wan series.
Let's move on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's everybody talk everything they need to say about the Obi-Wan Kenobi season finale. Let's move on to The Boys, which I haven't had a chance to see yet, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you kidding me?
You are slacking.
This is like one of the biggest
I'm going to see it
episodes.
tonight. I'm going to see it tonight. I plan
No, we're spoiling it for you, Steve.
That's fine.
We're spoiling it right now.
We're spoiling it right now.
Yeah.
Listen.
There's no reason you should miss that.
Take the lead on take the lead on Tarek and tell us all about The Boys.
Well, first of all, Herogasm is absolutely disgusting. It was one of the first times I've ever watched a show, and I'm a scumbag, but I'm not that much of a scumbag. It's the first time I ever watched a show, and I was like, okay, they went too far. I was like, the first 20 minutes, I'm like, they've gone too far. Wow. But I stuck it out, no pun intended. And I finished, and it was one of the best fight scenes I've seen on The Boys. With Homelander and Soldier Boy, and I always want to call him Huey. What's his name? Huey.
Billy Butcher.
And Billy Butcher. Huey and Billy. Like, that was one of the best fight scenes they've had on there. And they're not known for good fight scenes. They're just known for drama and intrigue. And they brought all of it. And I would say the killer, pun intended, was A-Train. Like,
that was the most gruesome part. All the sex stuff, I could care less about being gruesome. I was like, whatever. But that scene was disgustingly good.
It was disgustingly beautiful, right? Wow. Like A-Train going off was like, Oh my God, that was dope. It's the episode so far that's going to live in my head out of all the boys episodes. I'm not talking about this season. Out of all the boys episodes, this is the
Wow.
episode's gonna live in my head.
That's a
Because of
strong
that fight
statement.
scene and because of that what A Train did.
Joey, how you feel about that? You didn't talk. Let us know about the boys.
I thought I enjoyed the episode. I think the Herogasm was a lot more unadulterated in the comics than it actually was in the actual show, but it was still just as nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was intense. I gotta agree with Tarek. Thought the fight scene between Butch and Homelander, and it just kind of maybe set up something for hopefully a big battle scene maybe later on in the season between Soldier Boy and Butch and Homelander again.
Mhm.
They came so close to to bodying him. I don't know if they were gonna know his powers or actually like kill him. But I thought it was really cool. I really liked what Starlight did too at the end, just saying "fuck it" and just kind of outing, being the real whistleblower of what's really going on in Vought. She went on her her IG live and just really put all the dirty laundry out there in the universe for the world to see. And you're looking at her views, it's like 10 million, and so that's gonna be curious. That's gonna be interesting to see how it plays out. Also, with Shorty who be blowing the heads off. I forgot her name, but she
Nadia.
Nadia. She actually she was trying to get Starlight on her side. Trying to help protect her daughter from Homelander. Starlight wasn't buying it, and she has the power to blow her head off, but she just doesn't pull the trigger, but also just gives a little nod saying like I could if I want to.
Right.
With the whole nosebleed Starlight had. But I thought the overall the episode was dope, man. I'm enjoying it. Every episode has always outdone the last. So that's what I like about The Boys.
Is there another episode? This is not. Did this season finish with this?
There's
episode?
more episodes, yes.
There's more episodes? Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh wow.
there you go.
No, I was gonna say that episode was just so good.
Yeah.
I have to agree with Joey. That ending with Starlight quitting on her own terms, on her own IG story, and her relationship with MM, I am falling in love with it because like I never would have thought that the two of them would be working together solely.
Yeah.
And now they feel like disassociated from the boys because now Huey and Billy have, adopted Soldier Boy to be their, their killer for them.
Right.
But yeah.
What I'm curious to find out is if MM Loki has superpowers, just doesn't tell anybody or withholds them. Because you do in the comics, like he does have superpowers, and the reason he's called Mother's Milk is because his powers come from his mom's milk. So that's how he got his powers to begin with. So I mean, it's curious to see how that's going to play out. I wonder if that's going to be a thing because I feel like they're really focusing on MM's backstory a bit more this season. With him trying to get revenge on Soldier Boy. So I'm curious to know if if he was born with like Compound V or his mother was maybe injected with Compound V or what have you.
Right.
Because that's where the nickname came from.
Right. Well, it's gonna be good. I'm gonna enjoy this episode, I'm sure.
It might be a twist. Maybe his daughter ends up having powers.
Yeah, because I think isn't Homelander's son is the first one born with powers, right? Is he the first child born with powers?
Yeah,
in this universe.
He was created though. He was.
I think the twist at the end is going to be like Homelander was born through Soldier Boy.
Yeah, remember he even said that in the episode. Remember he didn't have a real mom and dad.
No, Homelander. I'm talking about Homelander's son was the first child born from
naturally.
Yeah. Which is definitely gonna play a part. But the bigger story, I think, is the Speedy didn't watch that episode, and
I'm gonna watch it tonight. Let's talk about something else I didn't watch, which is Ms. Marvel.
Damn, bro.
You
That's been
didn't
a
watch
busy
it?
week.
Yeah, man. I haven't
You're
got to
supposed to
watch.
be busy on
Try
4th
and
of
watch
July
it. I've
weekend.
been busy, man. You see, I just posted my schedule for 4th of July. It's a little crazy.
That's what I'm saying. What the hell
Yeah.
happened the week before?
It was wild. I'll tell you that. It was wild. I'll let you guys ruin that for me too. Like I apparently it's more intrigue just happened in the episode, right? Getting
Yeah,
down with the plot more, a little more intriguing with the plot more.
a lot
This
of
episode.
connections.
Ah,
Yeah, a
there
lot of
you go. Okay.
connections.
All right.
A lot of
Especially
So
right out
Easter
the
eggs.
gate.
customary.
Yeah.
We've been spoiling everything, so customary spoiler warning for everybody. You go feel free to spoil it for me, because I will watch it anyway.
Well, I'm curious, Michaela and Joey, I'm curious what you guys think. Do you now more think that this bracelet is connected to the 10 rings?
Oh, definitely. That flashback,
Right.
it like shows the symbol of the 10 rings on the ground.
Okay, I didn't notice that.
You didn't peep that?
I did not peep that.
I had to go back and watch it a second time to actually see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone had to point it out to me, but I was like, dang, really? Marvel's just so good at like sliding these in.
Yeah.
Linking it all together. And then someone else that I saw online posted like a side by side of the rings and then the bracelet, like the powers, like as if they're being used, and the color is very similar. So I'm like, I wonder how they're gonna say this.
This is gonna set up. I mean, I'm already going into like theories on, future MCU, but I think with the band and the 10 rings and that beacon at the end of 10 rings, I think we're headed into definitely headed into Secret Wars territory. And I honestly think that Secret Wars big bad will be Doctor Doom, and I think the beacon is Doctor Doom.
Oh, that'd be incredible.
That would be great.
Apparently, so moving on from staying in the Marvel side of things real quick before we end up show. We gotta end early today. Apparently Marvel's gonna do a big thing at San Diego Comic-Con.
For the first time in many years.
They're gonna have a big he's gonna show all the cards, or at least show everybody some people under the hood of what the plans are for the future.
And that's probably where they're gonna drop the first Wakanda Forever trailer.
Ah, yes, that's true.
Yeah, because everybody's waiting for that.
So I'm gonna try
and probably announce who's gonna direct the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, and then some other I guess
you need to get that invite, Speedy.
Yeah, well, that's another issue.
I guess me and you can't go, Speedy. We got too many benefits already.
We're gonna send Tarek. That's what's gonna do. That's what's gonna happen.
You just gotta pay your way out there.
Yeah.
I've been to San Diego Comic-Con one time. I think it was the year Batman v Superman was announced, the trailer or the movie was about to come out that year. I think they did the trailer for Deadpool, the first Deadpool movie. So I was out at San Diego Comic-Con and just seeing all that. And I think the Fantastic Four reboot happened also that weekend. So I was right there. I saw the guys like being interviewed. They were like right above me. I was doing an event for IGN. I was DJing an event for IGN that weekend. So it was. Let me tell you, it's an experience, bro.
I had to put that on my bucket list.
Great time. It was a great time. And like the after parties too were out of control. Like, every actor you could think of was outside. I think like Dwight Howard from the NBA, like the NBA center was he was dressed up he was dressed up like a Black Raven. It was it was wild. It was a good time.
Excellent, man.
I actually, but I have to say, I'm actually enjoying Miss Marvel more than I thought I would. I honestly thought it would be not for my demo, and I still don't think it is. But for a show that's not for my demo, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm with you, Tarek. Like I'm going in and watching it just for fun and for
I'm
it's
excited
the MCU.
I'm excited for this episode, so I'm excited. I'll watch them both, The Boys and Ms. Marvel today, and then I'll be on track with all of y'all. There's also some news before we wrap.
Be a week behind. Yeah, go ahead.
Also, some news about Fantastic Four. I guess John Krasinski. Is that how we say his name? Yeah, Krasinski. He's not going to be. I guess apparently, according to some quotes from Kevin Feige, that he's not going to be our regular MCU Reed Richards.
Well, he didn't say he wasn't. he said that he gave it to the fans because they were wanting it.
Right.
But you don't know if that's going to actually be the case or not, if he's going to reprise the role.
What do you guys think? What's your over under?
Okay.
Or Joey, go ahead.
I think he'll direct.
Okay.
I don't know if he'll actually like star in it, but I think they want to go younger because I think my theory is they've been living. I think the Fantastic Four have been living in the quantum, one of those quantum cities, in that quantum city that we saw in Ant-Man and Wasp.
Yeah.
I think Fantastic Four have been like living in there and somehow got stuck in there back in the 60s. If you listen to Doctor Strange, he said something about charting the 60s. I think he was making a Beatles reference. When Mr. Fantastic was being introduced in the Illuminati, he said some shit.
Yeah, so
something like that. And I've heard for a while that they've been trying to the Fantastic Four discover the quantum realm back in like the 1960s, with maybe Hank Pym, and they just got stuck in the quantum realm somewhere. That's how you see that quantum city.
Yeah, we'll see what the plot is when they get down with it. But Tarek, what do you think, John? You think John's going to be our MCU fan, Reed Richards, or what's the over under for you?
Masters of Misdirection. But I agree with Joey. He's at the very least going to be a director, and I think when you say a name is attached, that being a director means a name is attached. And I honestly don't think that he wants to be Mr. Fantastic. Don Cheadle was recently speaking on, and even Samuel Jackson was speaking on, I'm not used to be locked in for 13 films.
Right.
And then you get Marvel and you're locked in for 13 films. I can see him not wanting to be locked in for that many films.
Right.
Because he has other creative exploits. But I could definitely see him directing and or writing a film or two. And the fact that he was attached to the character being a big draw for people. So I think at least directing, I wouldn't cash in on him being Mr. Fantastic.
Okay. Michaela, what's your over-under? Because we got to go. We got to run. What's
your
over-under?
I think that there's a high probability that he is going to be, especially since they removed the previous director. And they're going to bring him in. Happened to be the same week that Doctor Strange is coming out. And I feel as though they didn't announce who's going to be the Fantastic Four cast until they saw what the take was going to be, that, Reed Richards was, John Krasinski was Reed Richards. So I would love him to be Reed Richards, but I mean, I'm sure I'll be happy with whoever they choose. But if they choose too young, I'm kind of going to be upset. I'm like, this guy is a scientist. You can't be in your freaking mid-20s. You got to be in your mid-30s to 40 to be Reed Richards, in my opinion.
You ready for this?
No, we'll see what.
You ready? You ready for this? Real quick before we go. I'm gonna throw it out there and say I've heard many speculation for a while, but John David Washington as Mr. Fantastic, Denzel Washington's son.
I'm always about that. I love him.
We'll see.
Don't
see what happens.
Don't be surprised. I mean, you look at Kang.
Yeah. I think that might happen. All right, guys, we got to run, guys. I got to go.
Jonathan David Washington. I'm saying.
All right, Joey. Thank you, brother. All right, thank you, everybody. We got to sign off. Geek Culture Congress. Till the next time, we got a quick show today. Thank you so much, Tarek Lewis. Make sure you follow him. My name is Tarek on all the socials there, and then of course Joy Franchise with a Z on all his socials. Michaela, her YouTube channel, Adult Adventure Time. It's not what you think. And of course on Instagram
it's not Herogasm.
Mika Fig. Yeah. Me at DJ Speedy JR, all the socials. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you guys next 2 weeks because we won't have a show for 4th of July. Okay. Enjoy the long weekend. Have a good one, everybody. Bye bye.
Peace.
Peace.